appreciate it. So fundamentally what you have now is you've had a bit of a statement of each position, and what we do now is to invite people who have things to say, either pro or con, to step up and take the mic. I think that lady there may have something to say.
It's come to my attention that everyone is talking about the baby and about the oath, but something that came to my concern is, does it not diminish the legitimacy of the oath to a line of allegiance if there is no real expectation of it or intent of allegiance to the Queen? If people are encouraged to just swear the oath just because that's the thing to do to become a citizen of this great country, doesn't that kind of take away from what we are trying to get across here? If people, sorry, kind of messed up myself. If people are encouraged to swear the oath just to become citizens of, if they disagree with it, is this not sending them the wrong message and instill a lack of respect for our Constitution? That it's really a serious thing. And yet it's so vigorously enforced that people have told me when you're taking the oath, there are a multitude of people walking through, looking at your mouth and watching to make sure you're saying the oath, which they found very intimidating. Even the former Citizenship and Immigration Minister from 1993 to 95, Marchand, openly stated how he recalled seeing people's eyes glaze over as they recited the oath, often pledging allegiance to Her Majesty the Queen and her heirs instead of her heirs. He went as far as to say he told the Prime Minister of the time, Chrétien, and I quote here, "I believe fundamentally that the oath is outdated, but more than that, amending the oath would be another step towards Canada's full maturity and independence." He also said Chrétien agreed with him, but due to the Quebec referendum and the fact that the separatists and the fundamentalists were battling, which threatened to tear the country apart, he backburnered it. Even Justice Edward Morgan called the oath merely a symbol, and again I quote, if you swear an oath to the monarchy, it doesn't stop you from speaking against the monarch in the next breath. What kind of message are these statements sending, intentionally or not? On the other hand, I would hate to have thought of what might have happened in our country had not people like Ritna Amnitvar had not sworn the oath of allegiance. She is the president of the May Tree Foundation, a member of the Order of Canada, and a member of the Order of Ontario. In a recent article in the Globe and Mail, she described her complicated relationship with Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth, as she is originally from India. And there is quite a history between what happened with India and the British monarchy. And I must agree with her, and I quote her here again because I could not say it better than her. And I quote, "History has its place. We must learn to understand our history, cheer it, and cherish it where deserved. We need to learn from it, accept our mistakes, and correct them if we can. But we need not be held hostage by it. To stride forward into the future, we must know where we came from. But we don't need to be constrained by the past." I would hope that you would take her eloquent statement to heart and really think about it. And I wonder, since repatriation of the Constitution, and I believe it was around 1982 under Trudeau, says that we don't have to get approval from the British Parliament to make amendments to the Canadian Constitution. Why have we not done so? Especially when so many today think that this is needed and would be a good thing for Canada, especially so many of those that are actually in a place of authority within the government itself. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Leah. That was provocative and informative. Thank you. Does anyone have anything to say about either of these topics? It's open mic. Does anyone have anything to say about whether or not we should continue to swear an oath of allegiance to the Queen of England as part of the citizenship oath? Perhaps by a show of hand. Anyone in favor, anyone opposed? You're against that? Okay. Opposed? Okay, like, by show of hands, how many are opposed to maintaining the oath of allegiance to the Queen? Well, that's interesting. The majority of the people present here. It's a small crowd, but you've spoken resoundingly. And that's fascinating. And perhaps I'll send an email to Naomi Lakritz, letting her know that her article was read out loud in full. People have listened and people have spoken. I think I have a gentleman here who may have something to say. Come on up.
Hey guys, my name is Flash, and this is First Nations country, and I don't pledge allegiance to the Queen, because why should I? You know what I mean? Like, this is our country, man. Like, we were here. They don't call us First Nations for nothing. You know what I mean? So like, why should I pledge allegiance to the Queen? Because she's a fucking intruder, man. You know what I mean? We were here first, man. And this is our land, our blood, our land. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, like, I'm totally opposed to it, man. Why should I pledge allegiance to somebody who's gonna intrude on our land? You know what I mean? So, I don't know, that's all I pretty much got to say, man. I'm Plains Cree from Saskatchewan, and I don't know, I love this country, and I love everybody, but at the same time, I'm not gonna pledge allegiance to the Queen. She's an intruder, man. She came from another country, and she came into our land, man, and stole it, man, and totally messed us up, man, putting us on reservations and stuff. I was like, what? Why? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you come into our land and, like, herd us like cattle? You know what I mean? Like sheep. It doesn't make any sense to me, man. So, I don't know. I'm kind of messed up, but that's okay. That's all I gotta say, man. So, whatever.
And it was a spontaneous response. Thank you. I think Nina has a question for you, Flash.
Just a fast question. Since you've come up stating that, I'd like to ask you if you'd come back up and maybe tell us what it is that you think would make it different for you as a First Nations person.
How so?
Just what you think. I guess more so in what would make it change for you. What would make a difference for you as you say this is your land. What kind of money or what kind of substance would make it different for you to make it a different land for you guys?
Wow, you're really putting me on the spot.
Well, it's always been a debate of mine, so I'd like to know, because I'm a previous foster parent to Native children, so I can understand both worlds, and I'd like to ask what it is that you think. I've had many Natives tell me that no money in the world is going to make it different, so what do we keep doing to keep changing if we can't make it any different?
I believe that the love of money is a sickness. It's a sickness, man. Greed is a sickness. And I don't know, it freaks me out, man. Like, I don't like money. Like, it's an established price value, right? And it doesn't make any sense. It comes from trees, man. So it's just like, it's so abstract and you know, it doesn't make any sense to me, man. Like, our tradition is to share and trade. And that's what we do. We always share. But, like, I don't know what would make anything better, really.
Do you think that if we abolished reserves, it would make a difference for you guys?
That's actually a really hard question. I don't know. I actually, like, you really stumped me on that one. I actually don't know.
Do you think if we were able to get Chief Atleo or somebody down here one day that you would come down and have a discussion with all of us?
What's that?
I said, if we got Chief Atleo down here one day to have a discussion with all of us, would you come down to talk with him?
I definitely would.
Because we wanted to know.
Atleo's okay, man. He's all right. You know, he's fighting for the rights of the First Nations people, and that's pretty cool. But at the same time, like, I don't know, politics freaks me out, man. Like, why can't we all just...
Get along?
Exactly. Why can't we just spread love, man? And get together, man? And just, like, you know, share life. Like, we've been blessed with being alive, man. You know, like, the Creator gave us life. They gave us heart. They gave us our blood and our spirits. So, like, why can't we all just, like, get together and hang out, man? Like, I mean, like, I don't know, politics is all about, like, you know, fighting and, you know, fucking rhetoric. It doesn't make any sense to me, man. It makes no sense to me, man. We're all human. We're all the same. We all bleed red. You know what I mean? So, why can't we just love each other, man? That's my philosophy.
I commend you.
Stick to it.
We have Mike coming up to the mic today.
I guess I just have a quick point of view for those out there. Hey, look, I voted for Stephen Harper. The Queen is on our dollar bill. Enough said. She's on our bill. I love money. I'm not with that. But the Queen's on our bill. That should be good enough.
Has money brought you happiness?
Yes, but Stephen Harper and how he has changed our country has also brought me happiness, and he is not monarchy. I'm with you on that, but he is not monarchy. Point of view, if, whatever.
So you're for the Queen?
Personally, she's on our bill. I believe that's enough representation of the history we have from England, and that's fair. We'll keep her on the bill. But I don't know how much further than that. I believe that is a hell of a lot of respect for the Queen. She's on every single dollar bill of Canada. That's a hell of a lot of respect for the Queen. Do you agree?
No.
Not enough?
Just because she's on every dollar bill doesn't make her right.
That's what he's saying.
Yes?
I'm saying that's enough. We don't need anything else besides that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's on our dollar bill. We should draw the line there. She has respect for helping to create our country, establish us as we are. If you believe that, whatever percentage you do, she's on our dollar bill. That's enough that's enough history to last forever, because the dollar bill is not going anywhere. And in fact, I even have a $2 bill myself and a toonie in my pocket.
We have Barb who would like to come up to the podium now.